What's up, guys? It's Flash. We're live again on YouTube. Today we're going to be breaking down stocks as per usual. Let's just wait till we get a few more people in. We're going to be breaking down stocks. We're going to be going over a couple of things. There is a Valentine's giveaway at the end, so do stay tuned for that. So I'm just pulling up the comment section. We're going to be going over a couple of things. Whoa. There is a Valentine's. Pulling it up on the different monitor and the sound went off. I'm pulling it up because this is how I see my comments now, apparently. So this helps me see. So the title of the video is I don't make millions day trading, but I will. The point of that is solely because I don't make millions day trading. Am I a full-time day trader? Do I make a living off day trading? Yes, I do. The idea is to eventually make millions of dollars like everybody wants to do, and we all have big ambitions in life that we want to achieve for whatever different reasons, whether it be to look after your family. Like me, I have a young baby. He's 13 months old, and that was always the goal, is to look after him, my mom and dad, my brothers, my girlfriend. So that's always the... Hey Jack, how are you? Thanks for commenting, bro. That's always the big goal here, is to look after your family, to set your goals and knock them down. I did lose a lot of money when I got into investing, and that's just putting my hand in the air, and no point in lying about that. There's also no point in lying and sit here in front of you and say I make millions of dollars day trading. I don't. Am I a master at day trading? Absolutely not. But am I a lot better at day trading now than I was? 100%. And it's important that you can see your flaws, and it's important to see what you're good at, and it's important to see what works. Do I add value to some people? I'd like to think I do. Can I add value to everybody? No, absolutely not. I mean, if the likes of Ross Cameron and other people like that, Cameron Foose and stuff, can I add value to them? Potentially not in trading. I can't add value. No, they're the highest you can be in terms of trading. Ricky and other people like this. But people add value in different ways. But I'd like to think I can help a lot of beginners out there. I like to think I can help people who's trading quite a while and they're still not making money, and they're shaking their head wondering, how do I get better? I'd like to think I can help these people. But like I said, I'm no millionaire. I'm no stock guru. But we all have our reasons and we all have a story to tell. So I think that's important. And we wanted to kind of run over a couple of things before we got into today's video. So today we are breaking down IVC, the stock that ran. FUV. This stock is a 7 million share float, and it did have news. Wasn't the easiest stock to trade, but I'm going to make it down easy for you, to break it down step by step, to talk you through it and what was going on here. So as usual, we're going to switch the screen and we're going to go screen share. And then we're going to break it down. Break it down. Screen number 3. Didn't share. See, this is what happened last time I thought I shared. That was weird. Fucking thing. Hold on. Hold up. Boom. There we go. We're in. Okay, this stock you're looking at is FUV. This is on a 2-minute chart. Simple as we can. Stock spiked at open. Spiked up, got high volume at open. You can see the volume bars down here. I pulled them up a little bit bigger for you today, so we can see where the moves come in and what I mean by watching the volume and the trends. Spiked up at open. A little bit choppy here. There was a resistance there, 468, 470. I had it marked off on the daily. So we started to hit this. This chop here is a nightmare to trade in. We want to wait for a clear form and pattern. It start to break down the VWAP and the 9 EMA would cause me to lose a little bit of attention in this But what's important is you start drawing your trend lines early. Anybody can draw a trend line when the trend is there. Okay, but I want you to find the top of it and I want you to start peaking it down. This is going to help you enter and exit certain trades and buying off support. So that this trend line will be forming here as this clutter goes on. You keep bringing the trend with you. When it broke down here, it held the 20 EMA, the green EMA. It held it. Now, what happened next is we broke through the trend line, and that was your entry. Now, look when I hold this arrow, see the dotted line, see the volume here with the volume of the breakout. That's exactly what you want when you're obviously working with patterns and breakouts. You need volume. If no volume had come in here, it would have faded. So your buy point, it hit the resistance and broke straight through the resistance again. It was a monster run. We broke out after 420 and we hit nearly $6 in the space of about 5 minutes. So it was a nice. This again, choppy as hell. Draw your trend line at the peak and keep bringing it down with you. Eventually, when the trend lines get tight and it starts to hold support, VWAP and EMAs, that's where we're looking at for potential entries. Again, volume came in. Big red volume bars is meaning that the shorts are piling in on this. So that's your entry there. Now, why am I going through FUV? Bar all these flags and candle patterns that we're studying, was this pattern over here to the right hand side. You see my mouse moving around it. This is the pattern I wanted to cover. I think this is going to add the most value. This pattern is a reversal pattern. Reversal patterns are probably the one of the harder patterns to trade, but they're worth the most. I mean, flag patterns are potentially the easiest ones, and that's why I do a lot of them for beginners. They're one of my favorite patterns to trade. Like I said, I find most consistency in them. But this pattern that we're doing here. So when we broke down the resistance, so don't forget resistance becomes support. So when we broke that down here, it looked absolute garbage. And now take away the lines, and somebody will be looking at this chart and say that's doing absolutely nothing. Put the lines back in, and now we can start to paint a picture. So that's what we done. So we went from the low of this candle here, and we start to draw a trend line up. It starts to make higher lows, as you can see, and it's being held under by that resistance. Now, what we're looking for here, you can see the volume down here is not big at all, but if you're looking at the previous volume here, there's nothing here, but we do get a spike in volume. Granted, it's nowhere near what we had throughout the day, but it's bigger than the previous candle. So that's what we're looking for. It means there's more tension in this particular one. So we broke out of that trend. That is your entry here on the trend line, making lower highs. Because the reason why I like getting in off the trend line is because you can buy in here, for example. You think it's breaking out and it pulls back. And then some people might stop out, or you can add more, depending on your level of experience. But I like to buy on the trend line. That way it's a little bit safer and you don't have to go through them severe pullbacks. So that's a beginner tip for you guys, is to be buying off trend lines. You potentially add into the break, or you can buy the break, depending, as like I said, your level of skill of judging it at the time. So this pattern, I want you to just take physical or mental note of that pattern. What does that look like? That basically is a rising wedge pattern breakout. It's a reversal pattern. There's lots of different names, from the revival, survival. There's tons of names out there people call this, but that pattern, especially in a daily chart, is absolute killer. If you actually look slightly at the IVC chart on a daily, that is that pattern, but on a daily. Now we're going to be covering IVC in just a minute or two, but that's the pattern I want to discuss. That's the reason for this. This is the reason for that chart. Now let's switch over to IVC. I traded this one today as well. It's a pretty nice one, and I'll tell you where I traded it. 2 seconds. Okay, so what we're looking at here, IVC. Let me check where it opened. Yeah, okay, so we spiked up straight at the gates. We were flagging slightly here, if you can see it. flagging here. Again, there was a support on the daily in around the 830 zone. Now, you're never going to be bang on with your supports, but we can only kind of work the best. If we're off a couple of cent or under a couple of cent, that's okay. It's not going to be perfect. So this particular trade, again, not an easy trade. If you're in from out the gate up, you get a spike. You're sitting nice. You can hold through the flags. You can hold through the chop. If you're not and you arrive at the party a little bit late, don't panic. Don't jump in. Wait for the pattern to form. So we spiked up and then this pulled back. This confirmed support here. Huge bullish engulfing candle. Again, we're getting bearish wicks. So it's showing us the resistance at 9. It likes it, but it doesn't love it. So that we're getting rejected from it. Now, I actually got down in here. See this big long red wick? I got filled in around here somewhere. Around the 840, 835 area. It wasn't perfect. Like I could have got in lower, but that was just a fill I got, so I took it. Obviously, the idea was to get in off the support, but when it popped through, I tried to get in on this bit here, and I didn't. I got wicked back up, and I got pulled in on the support. But that's okay. We wanted the support, but usually when it gives you a little bit more, you're kind of like, oh shit, we wanted a better entry, but the aim of the game was we wanted to get in at support. So this was my entry here. Again, the reason why I'm in here because I'm okay now. So we're buying low, we're holding at support. Yes, you get these wicks pulling back, and they're not nice, and they'll spook some people out. But that's why I tend, depending on your level of skill or confidence, is a better word to use. If you're a fresh trader, set stop hard stops. So a stop limit. Oh, sorry, just set a hard stop for a sell, because they're more than 9 than anything else. You'll probably keep getting pulled out. But the reason being is because I don't think that you're going to have enough confidence to pull the trigger and stick to your rules. And that's why I say probably set hard ones. If you're an experienced trader, just keep an eye on it and keep a mental stop on it. And you're confident about getting out of the trade, just do mental stops, not hard stops. So I was in here, I was holding on support. I felt quite comfortable because, again, I got in low. Now, if I had got in here, would I have felt comfortable? Absolutely not, because that's a nasty pullback. That's enough to definitely say, what the fuck's going on here? I need to get the hell out. Again, if you haven't noticed already up here, what's going on is we were actually flagging here, and we broke the flag down. Now, this happens. So people would have been potentially buying in here at the break of the flag or here at the break of flag. They're not always perfect, like I said. But when I seen this flag forming, I was paying more attention to it. I was like, okay, I didn't expect it to pull down here, but I was watching it saying, okay, we might get a little pullback and loop back up and then through it. But we didn't. We got this big break, and then I bought in off a support. But that when that happened and I was in the trade, I just extended my flag. Like I'm just at the teaching you at the start of the video. Extend your flag as the trade goes on. So I extended my flag, and what did I start seeing? I was in here, we popped up, we got rejected by the flag. So I'm saying, okay, we're flagging more, so we're holding VWAP, and the EMAs are above us, but they're going to be crossing. So I'm in at support, we're holding, the flag is starting to form, we start to get higher lows here at this section. We're thinking, okay, breakout, pop down. We're looking at volume. The volume's beating the previous bars, so we're looking good. We break out and we get a move to the upside. I actually sold here. I sold into that resistance in 9. I got filled up at 904. A little bit premature sell because we went up and touched 920. But I actually was expecting this to get rejected, being fully honest with you. Again, like we already tipped once, we tipped twice. So I was expecting to get a better rejection instead of... This is a rejection too, okay? Even though we hit 920, it is a rejection. It's more like a false breakout, but I was expecting less when I was expecting just a wick and to come back, and then we would retest later on. So just keep drawing your trend lines. Buy in at support, draw your trends, read your candle patterns, and be confident. Now, what happened then after we broke this? This is where it gets interesting. Note to self: 1 false breakout, 2 false breakouts, 3 test, 4 test. We tested it 4 times. Now, there's no particular science to this, so it's not like it tests it 3 times and it usually breaks. It's more so than others. It does actually usually break on the third go, but there's no exact science, so I can't say to you every 3.5 to 4 times it touches it'll break. We just have to watch the volume on this. So when I sold up here, I was watching this action here, and I noticed a trend line forming from the lows to the highs, and we're making lower highs here, and we're making another flag pattern, an ascending wedge, you could call it. Now, when we start to get tight up in this area, after we didn't break it here again, we noticed again higher low. We're staying in on our offer trends, and there's a big push through, big bar volume down here. If you have a quick look, I'm sorry, my screen just went there. So big bar volume here, it broke out, but went up to 960. We get a clear reversal pattern here. So why is it a reversal pattern? Because we're watching the 3 candle patterns. Let me just get my rectangle for you. Here we go. It's clear as day. I always get the names mixed up. I always either call them a morning star or an evening star. I always get them mixed up. And morning star, evening star, one is up and one is down. I just get the names mixed up, but I know the pattern like the back of my hand. So this pattern formed here. But what you want to be taking note of in this particular one is we're buying off supports and we're keeping our trend lines trending as the trade goes on, especially when we're in them. Or if we're not in them, we're trending them down to get entries into them. We bought at support, we sold at resistance. Then another trend formed here. Again, we're following the trends. We're getting in on the trend lines. We're selling into the breakouts. And then we're reading their candle patterns. So guys, that's as simple as we can make it again. I'm really starting to like these live videos, to be honest with you. It's actually good. At the start, they're kind of hard to get used to. Now, I am trying to learn how to use this OBS. I think I have it in my notes. The OBS. Subscriber suggested it to me about using OBS to film the live videos and to put it up. So hopefully we'll have that all sorted after the weekend. So hopefully the live streams will be a bit better quality for you then. And I know I said last week I'm going to go live twice a week, but I'm going to go live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Monday and Friday is just my regular uploads as per usual. So I'm going to hopefully be going live nearly every day during the week for you guys. And as well, if you have any tickers you want me to start looking into when we're going live, or if you took a trade on something and you want me to break it down, it's no problem. Put it in the comments below now that I can read the comments live. Appreciate you, Jack, for the comment, man. Thanks. I'll break it down for you, because that's where the value is as well, is because, like I said before, there has to be an exchange, and the exchange is usually a lesson taught for an exchange of wealth, good or bad. And if you don't learn a lesson from your trade, well, then it's just a waste of money. It's a mistake. So we always need to be learning and to see where we can improve. But other than that, guys, that's it for today. We're green again. So that's all we can kind of cover. We're up a little over $1,000 today, so it was a good morning, nonetheless, to say. I can't say your name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Roach. I'm going to call you Roach. I appreciate the comment. What is the course that helped you more? Good question. They all kind of have different aspects in the courses, and they all teach you different things. For example, what course helps me short? Where did I learn the best shorting techniques? It would probably be the iconic, the FUV 4. It used to be FUV 4, now it's iconic. I think he's probably one of the best shorters in this stock business. In terms of momentum trading, the Boiler Rooms course is really good, and also again I'd probably put that under the iconic. Their warrior trading courses is pretty good too. There's some tips in that and tricks. And then kind of conservative beginners trades, it would have been the learn plan profit and the learn plan profit and the trade now. They're similar in terms of content, but the learn plan profit was definitely one that kind of got me started and got me understanding the basics in terms. And I just added the other courses in, and they each had a piece. These each had a weapon to your arsenal. If you look at it that way, you each learn the different things from each course, and you kind of put them together. My daily target and what platform do I use? So I'm using TradeNet as well, and my target varies. I mean, I'd like to say if I can get anything over two to $500, $250 to $500 a day. Do I hit it every day? No. Do I hit over sometimes? Yes, like today. Yesterday, and the other day was red, and then we had or was yesterday red, and then what day are we today? We're Wednesday, so green, red, green. That's how this week went. So I mean, targets vary. It's good to have a target. Don't put yourself under immense stress with a target, because if you're not hitting it, you just get pissed off sometimes. So I mean, have a goal to work for. Set it maybe depending on your level of experience. $50. Try and make $50. Try and make $100. Then it just works up. And don't mind any of this bullshit. I mean, people out there is making serious money, but that shouldn't affect you. You're not going to be any better known if the warrior trader made 15 grand today. That does you no good. But he does. He's a killer trader, so you have to take your hats off to him there. So, but don't be worrying about what other people are making. Set your targets, what you think you need to be making, and just improve on it. Set them small and then set them big. I'm a big believer in being positive and high energies and stuff like that, and positive thinking. So, but then again, there is some days where you'll get up and you'll be under your target and you'll say fuck and you'll be pissed off, and it just can create a wrong mindset. So set a loose target for yourself. Just depends, but that's where my target could be anywhere from 250 to 500. I would like to say, but that doesn't mean I hit $500 a day, or that doesn't mean I hit $1,000 a day. It's just you take what you can get. I usually have a limit. If I lose $200, or I'll stop. And if I'm up to 50 in one trade, I'll just be cautious and I'll be more selective of my trades. So yeah, how long have I been trading? Full time, over a year and a half. I'm full time trading. So yeah, my baby is Tucker's my son, so he is 13 months. So it'll be over a year and a half when I started trading. And here we are. We're still here. I appreciate all the comments, guys. It was fun to do some comments and questions. Actually, we appreciate you taking the time to ask the questions as well, guys, and I hope you got some answers there. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for your support as well. Like I said, if you are interested in taking any stock courses, there is a link in the description below. It's where I prepared a website of all my reviews of each course and descriptions for what course would suit you. And for Valentine's Day, I did promise a little sneaky treat in there. There is a huge discount up to 86% on my Japanese candle course. It is in the link in the description below. Go check it out if you're interested in learning more about Japanese candles to help you with your entries and exits. Once again, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your Valentine's. Give your loved one a kiss. Good night and God bless.